Hi friends, welcome to our channel. So in this session we'll be discussing about how to calculate percentage of any number in fraction of seconds. So this will be useful in your calculations or if you want to find discounts of any free product or any kind of percentage calculations you may face across in real life. So this will be useful for you. So if you're able to see the till end of this video, you will be able to crack any kind of percentage calculations within fraction of seconds just in your mind. Okay, so try to follow these tricks, it will be useful in very good way. Okay, so let's start our session. The name itself indicating percentages, so per cent, so that means per 100 we will be calculating. So if percentage means 1 by 100, so this is the simple statement that percentages it itself stating itself. Okay, so for example, if you want to calculate 2% 2% of 100, so you need to treat like this. So this is the traditional method I'm telling you firstly, and then we'll be going to learn some shortcuts and all. Okay, so 2% can be written as 2 by 100 into 100. So that means, so 2% of 100 is nothing but simply 100 get cancelled, it will be 2. Okay, so I'm just giving you an example. So you are in a scenario to calculate 9% of 700. So 9% of 700, it will be difficult for you if you think in the traditional method or in any other ways that you are thinking. But I'll tell you a shortcut for this. Here 700 is the value of 100% value is 700. So just calculate 10% and 10% minus 1%. So that means 9% is your answer. So how to calculate 700 in 700? What is the value of 10%? So just remove 10. Just remove 10 in your value. That is going to be 10% value. So just add from right to 1 point. That is the 10% value. That means in 700 10% value is nothing but 70. So in 700 1% value is just place after two digits from right after two digits, just make a point after two digits. That means in 700 1% value is 7. Okay, so if you minus 70 minus 7 is going to be 63. So that is your 9% of 700 is nothing but 63 percentage. Okay, so just try to calculate 10% 1% values like that, then you will be going to calculate percentages in very simple way. So let's take some more examples to get some clarity. Okay, so my point of view is to tell you is like, just try to calculate of any number 10% 1% values, then it's going to be super easy. If you divide and try to achieve, it will be simply getting for you. Okay, for example, like, so there are also like fraction ways, so I also done a video on percentages, so try to see that one also, so you'll be getting some clarity. So for example, if you came across a situation to calculate 50% of 100, so if you know the value of 50 percentage in fractions, then it will be very easy for you to calculate percentages. So 50% is simply considered as 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 for 100 is nothing but 50. So like that, so just try to make it either doing of like fractions way, but if it is a heavy kind of fractions, it will be very difficult for you. For example, there are some fixed fractions like 1 by 2, 1 by 3, and yeah, like there are more like 1 by 4, 1 by 6. So try to remember until 1 by 9 fractions, it will be very easy helpful for you while solving these percentages calculations. Okay, and there will be 3 by 4 also. 3 by 4 is simply so 1 by 4 is nothing but 25%, so 3 into 25% is nothing but 75%. So 3/4, so 3 by 4 is considered as 75 percentage in percentages. So this is the fraction way and this is the percentage way. Okay, so just try to do either of the ways, but if you divide and conquer, this will be the easiest method for you. So 10% 1% calculations will be super helpful for you while solving percentages. So I'm just considering an example for you. 62%, so we ran a scenario to calculate 62% of 120. So how to calculate this? So we already know like 10% of 120 is nothing but 12. So 12 into, so just treat 62% as 60 plus 2 percentage. Okay, so I'm just telling in this way to make you some give you some clarity. So 60% of 120 is nothing but 10% value is 12. So 12 into 6, 72. 72 plus 2% value of 12 is nothing but, so like from right we need to add 1 point. So 1.2 is the value. So in 12, in 120, 1% value is 1.2 and 2% value is 2.4. So 2.4. So 62% of 120 is nothing but 74.4 percentage. So what I'm doing is still like I'm not doing any new calculations and all. Just I'm just dividing and conquering the answer. So I taken an example called 120. We need to calculate 62% of it. What I done is like I calculated 60% and 2% respectively. So 60% value is nothing but 60%, like 120, in 120 60% value is 72, and in 120 2% value is 2.4. So how I done it, I'm just explaining for you. So in 120 10% value is 12, and in that I want 60%. So 60% is nothing but 12 into 6, that means 6, 72. So 72 is the value of 60 percentage of 120. And yeah, like if I want 1% value in 120 is nothing but 1.2, but I want 2%. I like 1.2 into 2 is nothing but 2.4. So 72 plus 2.4. So just try to practice, you will be getting some clarity of this process and all. So my purpose to tell you in this video is just like to calculate percentages in effective and in a very fast manner. So that's my point of view. So let's take one more example some to get some clarity. So simple example I'm considering here. So like 72%, we are in a scenario to calculate 72% of 150, 72% of like 72% of 72% of 50. So we are in a scenario to calculate 72 percentage of 50. So like we can also do it, 72% of 50 is same as 50% of 72. So we have a rule in percentages called x percentage of y is same as y percentage of x. Okay, x percentage of y is same as y percentage of x. So in that way 50% of 72 is nothing but 36. So 72% of 50 is nothing but 36. So this is the simplest solution. So don't need to confuse and all, just try to apply this method, just try to divide and conquer. So this is the simplest solution I'm going to give you. And if you are in a scenario, so let me take one more example. So you are in a scenario to calculate 98% of like 200. So you are in a scenario to calculate 98% of 200. So we already know that 100% value is 200, and we want 98 percentage of 200. So that means if you subtract 2% from 100%, the value is going to be 98%. That means like 100% value is 200. So 1% value of 200, 1% value of 200 is 2. So but we want 2%, that means 4. So 200 minus 4 is nothing but 196. See, you can simply calculate in your head and try to tick mark the answer if you are attending a competitive exam, or if you are in a scenario, if you are suddenly if you visited a mall, so there you seen a board like 30% of discount. So simply you need to calculate in your head that how much discount I am getting and something like that, you can calculate easily. Okay, so this is the so called session that I want to do it, like just to tell you like use the 10%, 1% and divide and conquer type of calculations in your calculations. So I hope this session is helpful, and if you have any confusion around this topic, just try to comment me on this video, so I'll make a video on that. So just try take more and more examples and practice yourself, then you will be able to achieve the fastness in calculating percentages to any kind of number. Okay, whether it is any big number or something like that, just try to do 10 percentage calculation, 1% calculations in your calculations, then you will be able to achieve the answers in a very easy way. So I hope this video session helpful for you. If you find this helpful, Please share this video presentation to your friends and colleagues who are preparing for any kind of competitive exams or just to share the knowledge. Okay, so I hope this helpful. Thank you.